Good morning, Judge Martin.
Good morning, Your Honor. I believe the court clerk made a statement. There was only one recommendation on my second batch. That's because it's my understanding number 12, Samaniego, may have already been seen last night. I had IAs last night, but I didn't see him last night, so I don't know what's going on with him. And it looks like number 18, Shavonda Moten, is an AG case.
Okay. Don't worry about Samaniego. We kind of worked it out a bit on our end, so no worries.
Okay.
And Peter, if there are any that you're going to dismiss, I know in the past, sometimes I start talking about smart court only to be told that somebody's going to get dismissed. So please don't hesitate to interrupt me.
I can already tell you which one that is, Judge, if you want to make a little notch.
That would be great. Who would that be?
That's going to be felony number Nicholas Peterson.
Okay, I think that was somebody. Yeah. Okay. Very well. Thank you very much, Peter. Okay. Why don't we get going? Good morning. Can you tell me your name?
Yeah, Moses de la Luz.
Be right with you. Stand by. Okay. And I'm sorry. One more time, I missed that.
Moses de la Luz.
De la Luz. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Is that one of yours? Number 1. Okay. There you are. Okay, thank you. Good morning, Mr. De La Luz. This is a time set for your initial appearance. Let's see what we have going here. Looks like I see a warrant out of Pima County Superior Court for possession of narcotic drug, possession of a dangerous drug, and possession of drug paraphernalia. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set release conditions and let you know when your next hearing is. Let's see, Mr. Goodman, you're recommending $2,500 in pretrial services?
Yes, Your Honor. He appears to be serving a jail and termination of probation, the jail and term.
Yeah.
So we're fine with a nominal bond for time credit purposes with an arraignment being set since he's going to be serving that term still right now.
Okay. Do you need to make a record on it on this, Ms. Rubin?
We would just ask for a nominal bond, so he's getting credit for the time.
Very well. I'm going to set bond in this matter for $2,500 cash as secured. Your next hearing, Mr. De La Luz, is the arraignment on October 18, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. Also, if you do post bond, I don't see that because it looks like you got a different hold, but if you did, that's cash is secured, pretrial services, drink treatment, no drugs, no alcohol, no illegal drugs, no firearms, and I'm appointing the public defender. If you're wondering what this time served thing is, sounds like you got a jail and term on a different matter. And what this will do is it'll keep the clock ticking on this new matter for time credit calculation. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, so your next hearing is going to be the arraignment on October 18, 2024, Division TO. That'll be in front of Judge Metzger. If you're still doing your time served on you're still doing your jail and term on the other matter, you'll appear telephonically in front of Judge Metzger on this case. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, you take care.
Thank you.
Your sentence is over. Charge lawyer.
So if my sentence is over the 27th, am I able to place this bond and get out?
Talk to your lawyer about it, okay? Once that's over, you post bond or ask to the after case.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me.
I'm going to steer the shoulders.
Okay.
Walk straight forward.
Okay.
Stop. Turn your right to the right. Scoot up a little bit.
Okay.
You feel the chair?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Good morning. Can you tell me your name, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm Rachel Newland.
Let me pull up your information, Ms. Newland. Appreciate it.
Okay, I'm Dr. Newland.
Okay. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, Kim, what? 107. Yeah, that's right. Be right with you.
Okay.
There we go. All right. This is a time set for, your arraignment. Looks like, a couple charges out of Tucson City Court for,
Yes.
and let me talk and then I'll let you know when, I need to hear from you. Anyway, it's a couple, charges out of Tucson City Court. They're both misdemeanors. One is assault and one is disorderly conduct, with domestic violence, allegations. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You're presumed innocent of all these charges. What I'm going to do is that what's called the arraignment, where I inform you of what the charges are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set release conditions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at the next court date, which will be on,
Okay.
and you're going to get all this in writing and
I need it in Braille.
okay, and I bet you that jail has a way to accommodate that. I'm not familiar with it, but I'm assuming there's a process.
Or electronic.
Hold on, let me stop talking, start listening, please. Okay, thank you. All right, September, your next hearing is going to be the pretrial on November 19, 2024, 1:30 p.m. You're going to be in front of Judge Wendy Million in Tucson City Court. As conditions, you're not to possess or consume alcohol or illegal drugs. You're to commit no act of domestic violence, possess no firearms or weapons, and have no contact of any kind with the named victim in this case. Again, you'll get this and hopefully in a format that will accommodate your disability, i.e. in Braille.
Yes.
But you just got to make sure you appear at that hearing. Okay, doctor?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. It's just with the way these microphones are set up, if we both talk at the same time, I get this horrible feedback. So,
Understood.
anyway, I hope you don't think I was being short or rude with you. Trust me, I get feedback all the time and, I just kind of have to marshal my forces here. So, all right, you take
Understood.
care of yourself. You'll get through this, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, bye. You'll be released later today.
Okay, thank you. Stand up, please. Go to the right
Thank you, officer.
and walk.
Oh, really? I see right. Okay.
Good morning, excuse me. Can you tell me your name?
Ricardo Felix.
Okay, yeah, this is one where we have a victim on the line. All right, do we have an interpreter on the line?
Yes, Your Honor, Spanish interpreter, Aide Fernandez, ready?
Hello, Ms. Fernandez. We do have alleged victim on the line that I'll just speak in short sentences. So what's the gal's name on the line? What's the lady's name? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Okay, so it's Mr. Perez. I'm sorry. Mr. Perez, so Madam Interpreter, can you tell Mr. Perez that you're going to interpret these proceedings for him?
Yes, Your Honor. Señor Pérez, le habla el intérprete jurídico en español y le voy a interpretar lo que se diga en esta audiencia. Por favor, escuche con atención.
Okay, let me find the file. Number 2, here we go. Okay. All right, Mr. Felix, thank you for your patience with me. All right, this is the time set for your initial appearance in a matter that's been filed in Pima County Justice Court. Looks like disorderly conduct, domestic violence. It's a class 1 misdemeanor. Let me just read something and I'll be right with you, sir.
Okay.
Bueno, señor Félix, gracias por su paciencia. Usted está compareciendo en esta comparecencia inicial y es un asunto que sale de Pima County Justice Court. La acusación tiene que ver con alteración al orden público, violencia doméstica, un delito menor, categoría 1. Y un momentito, déjeme leer unos documentos.
All right, what I'm going to do, Mr. Felix, is I do find sufficient probable cause to support the citation.
Bueno, señor Félix, sí encuentro que existen motivos fundados suficientes para el quebrantamiento.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Usted tiene el derecho de permanecer callado, todo lo que diga puede y será utilizado en su contra.
All I'm going to do today now is set release conditions and tell you when your next hearing is.
Y todo lo que voy a hacer el día de hoy es fijar las condiciones de liberación y fijar la próxima audiencia.
I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at the next hearing.
Lo voy a liberar con la promesa de que usted se va a presentar a la próxima audiencia.
Your next hearing will be in Pima County Justice Court on November 12, 2024 at 10:30 a.m.
Su próxima audiencia va a ser en Pima County Justice Court el 12 de noviembre de este año 2024 a las 10:30 de la mañana.
It's very important that you appear at that hearing. If you don't, a warrant would likely issue.
Y es muy importante que usted se presente a esa audiencia. Si no, se puede emitir una orden de arresto en su contra.
I did get input from Mr. Perez Villalobos, and he has no objection to your release or you having contact with him or coming back to the house.
Y yo ya recibí los comentarios del señor Pérez Villalobos y él no se opone a que a usted quede liberado, a tener contacto con él y que regrese a la residencia.
Therefore, I'm going to order that you possess or consume no illegal drugs and commit no acts of domestic violence.
Y entonces le voy a ordenar, señor, que usted no tenga posesión o consuma sustancias ilícitas, ni tampoco que cometa actos adicionales de violencia doméstica.
And that you do not possess any firearms or weapons.
Y que no posea armas.
Okay. And these are conditions that the judge who's assigned the case can address if you feel there needs to be a request to change them.
Y estas son las condiciones para el juez asignado. Ahora, si usted siente que necesita cambiarlas, entonces el juez asignado al caso las puede atender.
And again, your next hearing will be in Pima County Justice Court on November 12, 2024 at 10:30 a.m. in front of Judge Roberts.
Ahora, le repito, su próxima audiencia es Pima County Justice Court el 12 de noviembre de este año 2024 a las 10:30 de la mañana ante el honorable juez Roberts.
Those sound like rules you can follow, sir?
Señor, ¿usted
Yes.
piensa que va a poder seguir estas reglas? Y el señor dice que sí.
All right, you'll be released later on today. Make sure you make your hearing, okay?
Yes, sir.
Y va a ser liberado más tarde. Asegúrese de cumplir y presentarse a la próxima audiencia.
Okay, you're excused. Thank you. Okay, Madam Interpreter and Mr. Villalobos, that we are complete. Do we have anything else for the interpreter?
Just one minute.
What do you say?
Timbres. Flex.
Señor Villalobos, hemos terminado por el día de hoy. Gracias. And Your Honor, may the interpreter be excused?
Hold on one second. Do we have anything else? Okay, I guess not. I guess you're good to go. Thank you very much, Fernandez.
Thank you. Have a
Ms.
good day.
Fernandez, your help is appreciated as always.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Good morning. Are you Christina Fimbres?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good morning, Ms. Fimbres. Be right with you. You got that, Kim? I'm sorry. Okay, this is a time set for your initial appearance in a case. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Ms. Fimbres, let me ask you something. Looks like we have an address on North Balboa Avenue. Is that still a good address, ma'am?
No, the address I was picked up from last night is the address that I reside at.
Okay, and what address is that, ma'am?
383 South Stone, Unit 116.
Okay, thank you very much. You guys get that? Okay. All right. Like I said, actually, what are we here? Looks like we're here on a couple. What's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, we got a couple things. Looks like something at Casa Grande Justice Court. Must be a warrant, yeah? Okay, we got a warrant out of Casa Grande Justice Court for, looks like a driving offense for failing to appear back in 2018. Did you know you had that?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, on that one, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna release you on your promise to appear at the next hearing. In that case, it's going to be, let me get here, stand by. It's going to be at Casa Grande Justice Court, that is up in Casa Grande, on October 29, 2024 at 9 a.m. You got to make sure you appear. If not, what'll happen is just another warrant will issue and you'll have that following you around. So you got to make sure you appear on that, okay?
Okay.
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 Well, we still got another one to go, so hold on. You're gonna get this in writing and it'll give you the address of the Casa Grande Justice Court so you don't, sometimes you go to a new place, it's easy to get lost. Make sure you deal with that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, we're also here on a Tucson City Court case. This is a time set for arraignment. As indicated, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Looks like in city court, there's a charge for misdemeanor assault, domestic violence. You're presumed innocent of all those charges. I'll enter plea of not guilty on your behalf. In this case, I got some information. What I'm going to order is I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at the next hearing, which will be the pretrial. Hold on, I got to write a few things in here, so
Okay.
we'll be right with you, okay?
Okay.
And you're going to get this in writing on November 18, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. And you're going to be in front of Judge Mayhew. Okay, so now you're going to have to go to 2 different courts on 2 different days. Make sure you make them, or like I said, you know what happens, warrants issue and then more trouble. You're to possess or consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, commit no acts of domestic violence, and do not possess any firearms. No contact of any kind with your, I think it was your sister. Hold on. Hold on, Mr. Embarrass, I'll be right with you. I was looking at the other case. No contact with your sister, Cynthia. And does Cynthia live at the location on South Stone you mentioned earlier?
No, she does not.
Okay. So I won't put in any provision that prevents you from going back to that location. All right. So you think you can follow those rules as well? Your next hearing is on November 18, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. Tucson City Court with Judge Mayhew. It's a pretrial. No drugs or no illegal drugs or alcohol. No, don't possess any firearms, and no contact with your sister. Can you abide by those rules?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're gonna get all this in writing, all right? Because I know that's a lot for you to remember, and I can tell you're nervous and scared. So just breathe, okay? And you'll get it in writing, and just make sure you show up the hearings. If you don't, things just go from bad to worse, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you take care.
All right. Thank you.
Flores.
Do you guys want me to separate them and give you to save the walk? Okay. Hi, are you Nayala? How do you say that? Nayeli?
Nayeli?
Nayeli. Are you Nayeli Flores?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I am.
Good morning, Ms. Flores. This
Good morning.
is a time set for your initial appearance. It looks like there's a charge out of Pima County Justice Court for misdemeanor domestic violence assault. Hold on, I got to read something. I'll be right with you. Okay. I'm finding there's sufficient probable cause for the matter to support the charge. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You're presumed innocent of the charge. What I'm going to do, Ms. Flores, is I'm going to set release conditions and let you know when your next hearing is. In your case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at the next hearing. I'm not going to require bond or anything like that. But I got some rules for you. You have to appear at the next hearing, which would be on September 12, 2024 at 10:30 a.m. That's going to be in Pima County Justice Court in front of Judge Roberts. If you don't appear or warrant issues, and you're back in the jail when you get picked up, so make sure you appear. As conditions, no acts of domestic violence, no firearms or weapons, no contact with Robert Shoshi. Do you think you can follow those rules?
Yes.
Okay. All right, you're gonna get this in writing. You'll be released a little later on today. Just make sure you follow those rules I laid out and make sure you show up your next hearing, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you,
Of
Ms.
course.
Flores.
Gomez.
Oh, did I give you the wrong one? No. Good morning, sir. You are Arturo Gomez, yes?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Gomez. Thank you for your patience this morning. We're here this is the time set for initial appearance. At this hearing, I set release conditions and let you know when your next hearing is. I need a moment. Stand by. Okay. What I'm going to do, check one more thing, Mr. Gomez. Okay. All right. The information I have, indicates that the alleged victim, indicates, that she would like to have further contact with you and does not live with you. What I'm going to do is as follows. I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at the criminal arraignment in Green Valley Justice Court on October 17, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. As conditions of release, I'm going to order no alcohol or illegal drugs be consumed, no acts of domestic violence. Can you abide by those rules, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're going to get this in writing, but just make sure you make that date. All right. If you don't, it'll just come back and bite you. So just make sure you show up. All right.
I will, sir.
And again, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You'll be released a little later today. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Hello. Are you, Anthony Moreno?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Moreno. This is the time set for your initial appearance. We got a lot going on here, so bear with me. Looks like we got warrants out of Pima County Justice Court. We got 3 of them on 3 different cases. And then we have some action in city court. Let me see what we got going there. Yeah, lots of warrants in city court too. Okay, and it looks like there's a new case in city court for criminal damage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what's called an arraignment on the newest one in city court. In that one, you've been charged with criminal damage. And this is under citation number or docket number CM 240392928. Anyway, criminal damage. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You're presumed innocent of all those, of that charge. I'll enter plea of not guilty, on your behalf. Let me just read the ticket. Okay, I do find sufficient probable cause exists to support the ticket. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, Mr. Moreno, is set some release conditions on all these. So let me take a look at what we got here. Looks like we have something in December 22, 2021. There's a warrant for criminal trespass, 3rd degree. November 10 of 2022, there's a warrant for disorderly conduct disturbing the peace. And August of 2021, indecent exposure, consuming spirituous liquor in a public place, thoroughfare or gathering. And then there was a failure to appear on that back in October, on October 7 of 2021. These are all either class 1 or class 2 misdemeanors, except for the criminal trespass is actually class 3. In Tucson City Court, we got 2 failures to appear for, well, 3 failures to appear for consuming liquor in a public place, 1 for criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, and 1 for littering. All right. Okay, Mr. Moreno, what I'm going to do on the city court cases, I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at the next hearing on all of those, which would be the pretrial on November 18, 2023 at 2:30 p.m. in front of Judge Kate Verena. These are the Tucson City Court cases. You to possess or consume no alcohol condition of release, possess no firearms, surrender any that you have. You did not return to any of the incident locations. Because I'm releasing you, I won't appoint you a lawyer in that one. Let's see what I'm got going on these other ones. In the justice court cases, I think these are just too old and they're too numerous. I think what I'm going to do is as follows. On the justice court case involving the indecent exposure matter, case number CR 21008763, I'm going to order bond in the amount of $1,000 cash or secured. Should you post bond, you're to consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, and don't go to the incident location. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you in that matter because I'm holding you on a bond. I'm going to appoint attorney Caitlin Waters to represent you in this matter. Stand by. Come on. Okay, your next hearing is going to be on October 14, 2024 at 1 p.m. in front of Judge Skata.
That's in 2 days.
Yep. It is.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing on that one. And then on the other 2, I'm going to order the same conditions, same appointment of attorney, same bond. So you'll be in front of Judge Piscata in 2 days on the Pima County Justice Court misdemeanors. You'll have an attorney, Caitlin Waters, to represent you, and you're going to have to make sure you appear on those Tucson City Court cases when I say they're pretty far out on November 18, 2024. Okay. Thank you, sir. You're excused.
Thank you. Thank you.
This way.
What's that?
He gave us. Said that we were.
Hello, can you tell me your name, sir?
Robert Engel Canales Jr.
Hello, Mr. Pinellas. Let me catch up here. Mr. Pinellas, this is a time set for initial appearance. Looks like you got some warrants. I see a warrant from in Pima County, no, in South Tucson Municipal Court for shoplifting back in April of 2023, for criminal trespass in the 3rd degree in February 2024. Did you know you had these?
No, sir.
Okay. You got to deal with them or you're just going to get picked up again. All right. But I'm going to give you a chance to deal with them without making your post bond. What I'm going to do is I'm going to release you on your promise to appear and go deal with these. All right.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
These are misdemeanors. You don't want to be sitting in jail. You don't want to be sitting in jail on anything, but on these, just go to court and deal with it. Something tells me that if you keep screwing around with this stuff, you'll spend more time in jail on the warrant hold than you will if you face the music. All right. You know,
Your Honor.
exercise your right to trial and you might be found not guilty. I don't know anything about the cases, but you don't want to be sitting in the jail on warrants. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to release you on your promise to appear on October 29, 2024 at 10 a.m. in South Tucson City Court. As conditions, don't go to the incident location of any of these. No contact with the victim businesses or any of the victims. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Okay. Can you follow those rules? Can you
Yes,
follow?
sir.
Okay. All right. You're going to get this in writing, so no excuses. You got to make sure you show up. All right.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. You take care. You're excused. Bye.
Peace.
I'll be right with you.
Thank you.
Good morning. You are Emily Reese.
Yes.
Good morning, Miss Reese. Let's see what I got here for you. Looks like we're here. Initial appearance. You were cited in Marana for misdemeanor assault, disorderly conduct ×4. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to set relief conditions. 1 second.
He's up next.
Yeah, I'm finding probable cause. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set release conditions and let you know when your next hearing is. What I'm going to do, Miss Reese, is I'm going to appear at the next court hearing. I'm not going to require that you post bond.
Tell me.
One more thing. Your next hearing is going to be the arraignment in Marana City Court on November 6, 2024 at 10 a.m. You have to make sure you appear or warrant will issue for your arrest. The conditions of release will be no alcohol or illegal drugs, do not commit acts of domestic violence, and no firearms or weapons. Okay?
Okay.
Based on the information provided me by pretrial services, I'm not going to order any no contact or no return. So you can go home. All right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
If things get hot again, though, or I'm not saying that they did, but just be smart. Okay. And make sure you show up at that hearing in front of the Marana City Court judge on November 6th. Okay.
Thank you.
Be released a little later on today. Bye-bye. All right. I think we're going to do yours next there, young lady.
So. Go around, you have CPs here.
Hi, are you Jose Barrios?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Barrios, you're here for a couple things. Initial
Yeah.
initial appearance on a bunch of warrants out of Tucson City Court, and we got a new matter. So I'm gonna do what's called an arraignment on the new matter, and then I'm
All right.
gonna set conditions of release and hearing dates and things like that. So
All right.
you're gonna get all this in writing, so it's gonna come at you fast, but don't worry, you'll get it in writing. Okay.
Right.
Anyway, so I'm gonna arraign you first on the newest charges, which were disorderly conduct, obstructing, in obstructing a highway or public thoroughfare. Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You are presumed innocent of the charges for which I'm arraigning you right now. I'll enter pleas of not guilty on all the charges. What I'm going to do, Mr. Barrios, is set some release conditions and let you know when your next hearing is.
All right.
Okay. Actually, give me a minute. I have a question for the clerk. See that shopping cart reference? But should I have I should have a citation report or something.
Yeah, there's a new one.
Oh, there's another one? Okay, it's under a different. 24 what?
It starts with 24.
Yeah, I see. Are there two? Oh, maybe there. Stand by. There is something else. There is a reference to a shopping cart.
And so you had to ask me if it was if
Don't say anything. Yeah, but I think that was. Oh, that's the one. That's the one that I just. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, thank you. Hold on, Mr. Barrios.
yeah, right.
You've also been cited with, what's it called? It's a misdemeanor, third-degree
Right.
misdemeanor of removing a shopping cart from a facility and possessing it. All right. Again, I'm gonna enter plea of not guilty on that one as well. All right, so now I gotta do is figure out what I need to do to make sure you show up at all these hearings. There are a lot of them.
All right.
Shoot. All right, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a chance that you are sick of sitting in jail and getting picked up on these warrants, and you're gonna deal with these. So I'm gonna release you on your promise to appear at the next court date on all of these matters, which is going to be on November 19, 2024 in Tucson City Court in front of Judge Mayhew. It's gonna be the pre-trial conference on all of these. No, do not possess or consume alcohol or illegal drugs, commit no acts of domestic violence, surrender any weapons that you have, and do not possess any further. No contact of any kind with any of the victims in any of the cases, and do not go within 1 mile of 235 West 22nd Street. That's a lot of rules. You're gonna get them in writing. Are those rules you think you can follow?
Yes.
All right. Show up. If you don't show up, you'll just get picked up again and you'll be going in and out of jail. All right.
No, not sure.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Come on, so.
Yes, ma'am.
That us.
Contreras?
That us for.
Yes. Correct.
Right there.
Hello, are you Isidoro Contreras?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Contreras. This is a time set for initial appearance on some matters you have in Tucson City Court. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You also, so you have warrants in 3 different matters, and you also picked up another matter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna arraign you on that. You've been charged with new charges of criminal trespass and 3rd degree and drug paraphernalia. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I'll enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. Okay, what I'm gonna do, you see how many warrants. All right. If I release you, you gonna show up and deal with this stuff, or you just gonna blow it off and pick up another warrant?
No, I will come to court, Your Honor. Definitely.
You have to, man. You know, you'll just keep on. You're no spring chicken. You're gonna keep getting picked up on this stuff. You gotta deal with it, right?
Right.
All right.
Yes.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at the next hearings, the next hearing, which will be pretrial hearings on all these matters in front of Judge Mayhew on November 12, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. Conditions of release include: do not possess or consume alcohol or illegal drugs, commit no acts of domestic violence. Actually, none of these were domestic violence, but don't commit any anyway. Possess no firearms or weapons, no contact of any kind with any of the victims, and looks like there's an assault and disorderly conduct case and a criminal trespass, and do not return to the incident locations. You're gonna get this in writing, but are those rules you think you can follow?
Yes, they are, Your Honor.
I mean, if you don't think you can do it, I'll just hang on to you with a bond, and you can deal with them in a couple days. You want to do that instead?
No, I can do this, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm more than confident I can do this.
All right. I'm banking on you. Show up, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you take care.
Thank you.
Got a whole 3 or 4. I'll see you down there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to do it, so. Okay. Hi, are you, Alina? Is it Dano?
Go ahead if you want. No,
No, okay.
the first way.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Dahl. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Let me find one thing here. I'll be right with you. Okey doke, hold on. Okay. Also, we're here for your, what's called an arraignment on some charges out of Tucson City Court. It's assault, misdemeanor assault, and disorderly conduct. They're both domestic violence allegations. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I'll enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. In your case, I've been provided some information by pretrial services. The alleged victim indicated that he wants further contact and does not object to release. So I factored that into my release conditions. Stand by. What I'm going to do is as follows. I'm going to order that you be released on your promise to appear at the next hearing. I'm not going to impose bond, right? I'm going to order that you possess or consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, and that you commit no acts of domestic violence. Your next hearing will be on November 19, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. in front of Judge Wendy Million in Tucson City Court. Can you abide by those conditions, Ms. Denal?
Yes, sir.
You
1
make-
PM in the afternoon?
Say that again, ma'am.
1 PM in the afternoon on the 19th?
It's actually the November 19, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. We're going to give you this in writing, so I don't expect you to memorize it right now, okay?
Okay,
Okay, so make sure you make that hearing and go out there and be smart and careful, okay?
okay.
Okay, thank you. You're excused, ma'am. You'll be released in a little while.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Flores, Aaron. Yeah.
Sorry.
Hi, you are Aaron Flores, yes?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Okay, Mr. Flores, this is the time set for your initial appearance. Looks like you got a lot of warrants out of Tucson City Court. Looks like you have one for criminal damage, one for disorderly conduct, domestic violence, one for threats and intimidation, domestic violence, and one for criminal damage and defacing, again, for domestic violence. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. In your case, I'm going to set release conditions and let you know when the next hearing is. In your case, I do think some bond is warranted to ensure your appearance, given these ongoing failures to appear in the domestic violence allegations. I'm going to order bond in the amount of $2,500 cash or secured as release. If you post bond or release, you're to consume or possess no alcohol or illegal drugs. Don't commit any acts of domestic violence. Do not possess any firearms. Surrender any that you have. No contact with the alleged victims, and do not go to the victims' residences. You understand, sir?
Yes, sir, I understand.
So again, your next hearing,
Oh.
hold on, let me finish and I'll hear from you. Your next hearing is on October 23, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. Judge Million, Tucson City Court. Remember, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Did you want to say something?
I was just curious, the alleged victim is now my wife. And we got pulled over because one of our lights were out with our kids in the car. And so we just got a new house, at the location. We live together. Is that still,
Hold on.
is that an issue?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Please.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on, Mr. Flores.
Absolutely.
Based on the information I have, I'm going to keep in place my conditions. You can ask Judge Million to modify them if you think it's warranted. What I'm going to do, hold on, I will order that you may return to the residence with law enforcement escort to retrieve your personal belongings on one occasion. The rest of it, you're going to have to ask Judge Million to modify. I don't have enough information other than the initial citation with what are, in my mind, alarming allegations. So no contact,
Understood.
no contact with her. You can go to the house one time with the police escort. And then you can, if you want to talk to Judge Million about changing those conditions, she'd be the one to talk. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Mark this all up.
Moses.
Pay attention to Stacy. Hello, are you Glenn Lockus?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Lockus. I appreciate your patience. This is the time set for your arraignment and initial appearance. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I have to read something very quickly. I'll be right with you. Okay, I already read that. All right. In this case, you've been charged with one count of disorderly conduct, misdemeanor, domestic violence allegation out of Tucson City Court. Again, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. All I'm going to do today, sir, is set release conditions and tell you when your next hearing is. Your next hearing will be on November 19, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. in Tucson City Court in front of Judge Wendy Million. You have to appear or a warrant would likely issue if you did not. Again, I'm releasing you on your promise to appear. I won't require bond. You're to possess or consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, commit no acts of domestic violence, and do not possess any weapons. You're to have no contact with Gloria Hankerson, and you're not to return to the incident location. If that is your home, you may go back on one occasion with a police escort to pick up personal belongings. If, as for these conditions, if you feel necessary, you can ask Judge Million to address them at the hearing. You understand those rules, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, can you follow them?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, you're going to get all this in writing. I don't expect you to memorize it as I say it to you quickly. You'll get it in writing. Just make sure you make that hearing in front of Judge Million, and that way a warrant won't issue. Okay?
Okay.
You make that hearing in front of Judge Million, and that way a warrant won't issue, okay?
Okay,
Good luck.
thank you, Your Honor.
Onion. Onion. Popping again.
Better.
Hello, are you Eli Momiani?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Momanyi, this is the time set for your initial appearance and arraignment. You got a Tucson City Court case for criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, criminal tampering or impairing, it's for messing with the Circle K's power, and, disorderly conduct. These are all misdemeanors out of Tucson City Court. Also, hold on one moment. I have a question for the clerk. All those consolidations? Does that mean he's got a whole bunch of others?
Yeah, those are other files he has and they were already set for that outdate.
Oh,
So
okay.
just using the same outdate.
Okay,
I have them with me. I just didn't.
okay, thank you. All right, what I'm going to do, also, I'm going to consolidate. Looks like you have some other cases in Tucson City Court. They're on the outdate. I'm going to postpone them.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, given all the cases, it looks like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the allegations in this case. I'm concerned about your appearing at the next case.
I will appear. I've been appearing the past court dates.
Well, I'm going to order bond in the amount of $500 cash or secured. Should you post bond, you're to possess, consume no alcohol, illegal drugs, possess no firearms or weapons, no contact of any kind with the victim business, and do not return to the incident location. I'm going to consolidate your other matters. So yeah, I'm going to give you a video review date on October 21, 2024 at 1:45 p.m. In front of Judge Blue, Tucson City Court. If you post bond, you need to be there. You understand, sir?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You're excused. You'll get this in writing.
Let's see what.
Walker, right? Are you Raymond Walker?
Yes, sir.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Walker. This is the time set for your initial appearance and arraignment for a Tucson City Court matter. Looks like you also have looks like a warrant for criminal trespass and disorderly conduct. Let me go to the arraignment on the newest charges. You've been charged with criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, interfering with judicial process, and disorderly conduct, all misdemeanors, all with a domestic violence designation. You also have a warrant out of Tucson City Court for criminal trespass, 2nd degree, and disorderly conduct, again with the domestic violence indicated. All right, what I'm going to do, Mr. Walker, let me see something. Thanks. You're gonna do what? Yes, please. I'm sorry. Thank you. All right, I see that you have no criminal history worth to speak of. So what I'm gonna do is as follows. I'm gonna give you a chance to deal with this and show up, all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna order that you be released on all these matters on your promise to appear at the next hearing. You're to possess or consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, commit no acts of domestic violence, do not possess firearms or weapons, and surrender any that you might have. You're to have no contact of any kind with Teresa Wilner. She doesn't live with you, so I'm not going to put any limitations on returning to your home. I'm going to consolidate these matters. So the next hearing in both of them will be in Tucson City Court in front of Judge Million on October 29, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. You need to appear. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, make sure you show up. It'll just keep on trailing you around until you deal with it. Just go deal with it, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're done. You'll be excused, released in a while. Bye.
Have a seat back there.
Hi, can you tell me your name?
Michael Belair.
Here we go. Okay. Be right with you, Mr. Belair.
Take your time, sir.
All right, Mr. Belair, we're here on what's called an initial appearance on a fugitive warrant matter. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to set release conditions and let you know when your next hearing is. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I'm looking at some arrest warrants out of New York. Mr. Goodman, I know you've been standing by. What's your position?
Your Honor, as the court's aware, one of the offenses from New York that's on the warrant is a murder second. And in looking up that statute in New York, it's a class A1 violent felony where it is punishable by life. And per the fugitive statute, if it's a pre-conviction offense that can call for life or death, he's to be held without bond, and he's not entitled to release conditions. So the state would just be asking he be held without bond, the legal defender be appointed, and a fugitive review hearing set.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Rubin, you need to make a record.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to order that Mr. Belair, excuse me, that you be held without bond. I'm going to set the next hearing would be that'd be the no bond hearing, Peter, or would that be a fugitive warrant?
It would be a fugitive review hearing in Division TO. I believe they're at 2:30, and the legal defender gets appointed to those.
Okay. Let me see something here. Okay, I will appoint the legal defender's office to represent Mr. Belair in this fugitive matter. The next hearing is at 2:30 p.m. on October 17, 2024, Division TO. Okay, Mr. Belair, next judge you'll appear in front of will likely be Judge Metzger in Pima County Superior Court. You're held without bond at this time. Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
You can.
Hello, are you Christopher Buchanan?
Yes, that is correct, sir.
Mr. Buchanan, good morning. This is the time set for your arraignment and initial appearance. You've been cited in Tucson City Court for misdemeanor assault and misdemeanor disorderly conduct, both with DV allegations. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You're presumed innocent of these charges, and I'll enter pleas of not guilty on these on your behalf. What I'm going to do is set the next hearing and set release conditions based on the information I have available to me. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Always smart to second check. Stand by.
No worries.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And this one, no notable, I didn't see any criminal history. Victim has no objection to your release. Looks like you're employed. What I'm going to do is as follows, Mr. Buchanan. I'm going to order you released on your promise to appear at the next hearing. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol, beverages, or illegal drugs, commit no act of domestic violence, and surrender any firearm to me. Do not possess any firearms. Your next hearing will be on November 19, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. in Tucson City Court in front of Judge Wendy Million. You're going to be given a written copy of this, so you don't have to memorize what I just said. Do you think you can follow those rules?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Make sure you show up at that hearing though, okay, with Judge Million?
Of course, November 14th to 1 p.m.
No, I think it was,
Tucson City Court.
hold on. November 19 at
19. Sorry.
Come on. At 1:30 PM, you're gonna get it in writing, so you'll see it on there. If you get a copy of what I just wrote, my handwriting's not great, but it's clear, okay? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You'll be released in a little while.
All right, nothing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Let's see right there. So that's weird. Move here. Move. Have a seat right here. Yes. So.
Good morning. You are Crystal Moon.
Yes.
Ms. Moon, this is the time set for your initial appearance. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to set release conditions and let you know when your next hearing is in this matter. Let's see, Mr. Goodman, I see you requesting $50,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if you post bond. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Rubin, your thoughts?
Just I would point out that she's got no prior, looks like no prior felony arrests or convictions and, very limited criminal history. And it appears that she's homeless, but I don't think she can make that kind of bond.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate your thoughts too, Ms. Rubin. I do have information additionally from pretrial services that there is a suggestion that it was her plan to leave the state. What I'm going to do, that being the case, I am going to order that bond in the amount of $15,000. That's 15000 be imposed, cash or secured. Pretrial services supervision if she posts bond. No alcohol, illegal drugs. Monitoring treatment is directed by pretrial services. No firearms or weapons. No contact with the alleged victim, biological son, DM, initials DM. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent Ms. Moon in this matter. The next hearing will be the preliminary hearing currently set for October 22, 2024 at 1:30 PM. Ms. Moon, if you do post bond, it's important you keep in touch with your public defender and with pretrial services because that date will likely change. If you remain in custody, you'll be transported by the jail. Okay, your lawyer will talk to you and tell you what happens next. Thank you, ma'am.
That's it. Okay, I'm staying here.
Sorry, I got-
I'm kidding. I'm staying in jail.
Correct.
Why?
All right, I need you to move along, Ms. Moon. Hello, are you Natasha Noriega? I think they're muted. For jail?
Yeah, we're not muted anymore.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi, are you Natasha? I got two names. I got Natasha Pereda or Natasha Noriega?
Yes, Your Honor, Pareda is my legal name. Noriega is an alias, I guess.
Okay. All right. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. All I'm going to do today, I guess I'll call you Ms. Pereda. Is it? Say it. Pronounce it for me.
Yes, Your Honor, Pareda.
Pereda.
It's the
Okay.
best
Easy.
it's the best I can do also. Thank you.
All right. Okay. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to set release conditions and tell you when your next hearing is. Mr. Goodman, you're asking for 25,000, huh?
Yes, Judge, and I know the report states the victim doesn't object to release and there were no injuries, but I believe the facts outlined by law enforcement in the interim complaint actually contradict that. It's not uncommon for victims to convey that type of, input in these types of cases, but it's very alarming that she did injure the victim per the interim complaint and attempted to stab him with some scissors.
Okay. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm looking at. I'll be right with you, Alan. I was looking at
Sure.
the wrong report. Give me a minute. All right. Okay. Stand by. Okay, go ahead, Ellen.
Yes, she does have some criminal history, but it's rather old. And, she has no previous domestic violence cases. Also, again, the alleged victim indicates he does not object to her release from custody, and he will not remain at the residence, as she has a place to stay where the alleged victim will be.
So that being the case, what are you requesting?
I'm requesting that you consider either release to pretrial services or nominal bond.
Okay, hold on one second. Give me 1 second. Or as I like to say, stand by. Hold on.
Also, it appears that she has a full-time job.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Rubin. All right, and I understand the sentiment from both sides. I do note that while there is kind of a serious criminal history there, it's pretty old. And I see no particularly violent offenses, endangerment, but that's old. I am going to order as follows. I'm going to order that Ms. Pareda be released to pretrial services. Conditions: she commit no acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs, surrender any firearms she have, not possess any firearms or weapons. Monitoring and treatment is directed by pretrial services, no contact with the alleged victim. I will appoint the public defender's office. The next hearing will be the preliminary hearing on November 1, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. Ms. Pareda, excuse me, that November 1, 2024 preliminary hearing date will likely change. So it's very important that you keep in touch with your assigned lawyer from the public defender's office, and you keep in touch with pretrial services. If you don't show a warrant issues and if you don't show on this case, it would be bad news for you. Can you abide by these rulings?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
And again, no contact whatsoever with Mark Franco in any way, shape, or form. All right.
Okay,
Be
I
careful.
understand.
Don't do anything dumb. Okay. Don't reach out in any way at all. You with me?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. You're excused, ma'am. Oh, this. That goes in there, I think. Oh, sorry, Kim.
Okay. Nicholas. Fair enough. Symmetric.
Hi, can you tell me your name?
Nicholas Pearson.
Okay, Mr. Goodman, was this the one we discussed earlier?
What?
No,
Yes, it is, Your Honor. We're motioning to dismiss the felony drug charges without prejudice.
Okay. I'm gonna order this matter dismissed without prejudice. Okay, unless you have a hold on something else, Mr. Peterson, you'll be released, but if you have a hold on something else, this won't affect it. The state has just dismissed this without prejudice. They could bring it in the future, so watch your step. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it.
And Your Honor, to get clarification, are we not seeing Samaniego?
Yeah, I guess not.
Or not.
I'm not sure why, but the clerk knows why, and it's very complicated, but it's not gonna happen this morning, Peter.
Okay.
Oh, that was the guy. Yeah, Peter, he was in the jail in Ajo.
Yeah, and I was told he was seen, but I did IAs last night and he was not seen.
Okay, well, I don't know, Pete, so I don't know
All
what
right,
the answer is.
If they're saying here that he was seen in Napa, maybe Peter, you didn't see.
I-
So,
I'm not sure how that works, so.
just making stuff up.
Both sides, it's one less one on the weekend, Your Honor.
Yeah, oh well. I want to shirk my duties. If you can find him, I'll do it.
Let's see.
Let's see, this is, okay, Mr.
Hey, come over here. Let's see.
Good morning, are you Mr. Al-Hasnawi?
Yeah,
Did I say your name right?
yeah,
Al-Hasnawi, okay, all right,
yeah.
I like to get it right. Okay, good morning, Mr.
Sure.
Al-Hasnawi. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Mr. Al-Hasnawi, all I'm going to do today is two things. I'm going to set release conditions. I'm going to tell you when your next hearing is. I'll hear first from the state as to what their recommendation is. And that lady sitting next to you is a very experienced public defender. I'll hear from her, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Go ahead, Mr. Goodman. I see you're recommending $75,000 cash secured.
Yes, Your Honor. Per the interim complaint, he was in a public area trying to stab another individual in a sense who was trying to retrieve property back with other people nearby. He also appears to be on felony probation for an ag assault. This is very concerning conduct, not only what he's on probation for, but what he's doing out there in a public setting with the reference 9.
Okay. Thank you. Your thoughts, Ms. Rubin?
Judge, he is on probation, so he's being supervised. I would just point out that this is alleged as a class 6 felony. He is employed according to the information in the pretrial services report.
That would go to all units, building 104, budget 104, 21, 3.
I don't know what that is. Okay, thank you. I shared some of the concerns of the state in this matter. I'm going to set bond in the amount of $75,000 cash to secured pretrial services supervision if he posts bond. Monitoring treatment is directed by pretrial services. No alcohol, illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, surrender any that he has. No contact with the alleged victim. No return to the incident location. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent Mr. Al-Hasnawi. And the next hearing will be the preliminary hearing currently set for October 22, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. Mr. Al-Hasnawi, if you do post that bond, you have to appear at that hearing. That date will likely change, so you will need to keep in touch with your lawyer and pretrial services. Okay? Thank you, sir.
Probation's probably gonna file a petition for proclamation, so,
Okay.
but that'll be separate. Okay?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on traffic right now for. Let me have him talk to you, so I think he's telling me you're saying cancel, but I'll have him tell you. This much. Batman. Hey.
And sure.
Good morning.
She's just setting.
Good morning. Can you tell me your name?
Alexander Arriero.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Ariel. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. All I'm doing today is I'm going to set release conditions, and I'm going to tell you when your next hearing is. I'll hear first from the state, then I'll hear from the lady next to you from the public defender's office, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do, okay? Okay. Mr. Goodman, the state is requesting that I exceed $10,000.
Yes, Judge, and that was just based on the nature of the offense of severely injuring another individual who is trying to defuse the situation.
Okay. Your thoughts, Ms. Rubin?
Yes, appears he's got no prior, felony arrest or eviction history, and, he is working full-time as a HVAC technician. I don't know, the allegations are a little confusing with respect to what the altercation was about and what happened, but, he doesn't appear to have criminal background and he has a place to live.
Okay, thank you. What I'm going to do in this case, weighing everything, and also the employment status, the allegations, and the no criminal history, I'm going to order as follows. I'm going to order that Mr. Ariel, say your name.
You could just say Arriero.
Ariero, sorry about that. Can't roll my
No
R.
worries.
Cannot roll my R. I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at the next hearing. I'm going to put in some pretty important provisions though that you got to follow. If you don't, it's big trouble. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, surrender any firearms you have, no contact whatsoever with the alleged victim, either Joseph or Robert Shoshi. Do not go to the incident location. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and I'm going to I'm going to let you know the preliminary hearing in this matter is set for November 1, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. in Pima County Justice Court. That will likely change, but the only way you'll know that is if you keep in touch with your lawyer and with pretrial services. If you don't and you blow off the hearing, or even if you don't know about it, a warrant will issue and you'll find yourself back in jail. Can you follow all my rules?
Yes, sir.
Be smart, all right? You're a young dude. You got to be smart on all this, all right? Don't go looking for the Shoshis or anything like that. You do, man, the whole world will come down on you. Just be very smart.
Yes, sir. I'm a technician and installer.
Great job to have. I can't tell you how many times when I was on the criminal bench, when I was sending people to prison, I would tell them, because I went out to the prison and checked out their HVAC training thing, I told them to look into that. That's a great job for a young guy. You're right there on the edge, so you got to be careful. You got to be smart. You got to be law abiding. Can you do all that for me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. You're excused. You'll be released later on today.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Pretrial. Did I say RR? Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Thanks. I clicked the wrong one. Hello, are you Adam Cox?
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Cox. This is a time set for your initial appearance. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. What I do today is I set release conditions and let you know when your next hearing is. Looks like there's a deputy prosecutor appearing on the line. You don't see him, but he's on the line. Mr. Goodman, looks like you're requesting bond for time credit. What time credit are we talking about?
It looks like, Your Honor, he failed to appear for a sentencing on a separate matter.
Oh,
so
that's
he's
right.
being he's being held on that. So we're just requesting a nominal bond with time credit, a smart hearing, and the 10-day PH.
Okay, wait, when you say 10-day PH, is it not 45 days out? Is it something different now?
No, if they're held on bond
Oh,
on the case, then the 10-day PH should be set along with the smart hearing.
gotcha. Thank you for the reminder on that, Peter. Okay. Ellen, that's what I'd be inclined to do. Set bond at $1,000, cash secured, so he gets time credit. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set, because you're being held on a sentencing, on this one, I'm going to hold on to you for $1,000 bond, cash secured. That way you'll get time credit if this matter goes forward. I'm also going to order that you attend what's called the SMART hearing on October 21, 2024 at 9 a.m. in Pima County Superior Court. You'll be transported there because you're in custody. It's a good deal. I don't know if you know about it, but I'm going to order you do it anyway. If you decide not to do it, you can tell Judge Miller or Judge Hampson, but what we do is we try to get you some treatment. We try to get you some help. We try to get you some vocational help, like for jobs and housing. And the fellow on the line, Mr. Goodman, he runs it for the state. He does a very good job. It's a very good thing. So I'm going to order that you participate at the SMART hearing. If you do post bond or are somehow released on this, no alcohol, illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, and I'm appointing the public defender's office to represent you. The next hearing will be the preliminary hearing currently set for October 22, 2024. That will likely change, but you will also likely be in custody pending sentencing. So you'll be transported or made available for what happens next. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
The case that you're the warrant for objection to, and that's being held without conduct that, so don't post this matter. Okay, so till we figure out that other case, okay? Okay.
No.
Hi, are you Joshua Loam?
Yes, sir.
Did I pronounce the last name correctly, Joshua?
It's Lomé.
Lomé, sorry about that. Okay, this is the time set for your initial appearance. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to set release conditions and tell you when your next hearing is. Looks like the state's requesting pretrial services release. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And oh, I see the gun. That's no, you don't want him for smart court. Is that correct, Peter?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. I'd be inclined to follow the state's recommendation, release the defendant pretrial services with some standard conditions. Do you need to make a record, Ellen?
No.
Okay. What I'm going to do is as follows. I'm going to release you to pretrial services in this case with the following conditions. You have no alcohol, illegal drugs, do not possess any firearms or weapons, and surrender any that you have. You to follow any monitoring and treatment recommendations as directed by pretrial services. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your next hearing will be the preliminary hearing on on November 1, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. That date will very likely change, so it's important that when you're released, you contact the public defender's office, introduce yourself to the lawyer, be kind and courteous to him or her, and that you also contact pretrial services and stay in touch with them. Can you follow all those rules?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Lomé, you'll be released later on today. Make sure you keep in touch with your lawyer and pretrial services, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mo.
Good morning. Are you Shavonda Moten?
Yes.
Good morning, Ms. Moten.
Good morning.
We're here for initial appearance. Looks like you have an arrest warrant from Superior Court for theft of a credit card and taking the identity of another. The offense dates back in October of 2022. Let's see. Peter, did you send over a recommendation on this?
Your Honor, this is an attorney general
Oh,
case.
okay.
So, but from our end of covering that matter, we would just ask the court to affirm that warrant amount. From looking at least from what I can review, the available information I have, she also has ties, I believe, to California.
Okay, let me take a look and then Ellen, we'll hear from you in a minute. Okay, give me a sec.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Miss Rubin, what I'd be inclined to do is release Miss Moten to pretrial services with some standard conditions. Do you need to make a record?
No, that would be perfect.
Okay, what I'm going to do, Miss Moten, is as follows. I'm going to release you to pretrial services with the following conditions: no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, surrender any that you have, no contact with the alleged victim of the alleged theft or taking identity. I'm going to appoint public defender's office to represent you. Your next hearing is going to be the arraignment on October 18, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. in Pima County Superior Court up on the 8th floor with Judge Metzger. Do you think you can follow all those rules?
Yes, sir.
Okay, make sure you show up,
Yes.
because I can tell
Yes.
you're freaking out. I can tell another,
No.
hold on, listen. I can tell another warrant I can tell you if you don't show, I know Judge Metzger, she'll probably issue another warrant and then you'll be sitting over there as upset as you are right now. So just show up, okay?
I'll be there.
Okay, good.
I'll be there.
Okay, take a deep breath. All right, relax. There you go. Okay, you'll be released in a little while, all right? You take care of yourself, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.
See right here, Fino. Hurry.
Good morning. Are you Kevin Purry?
Yes, Your Honor.
Am I saying your last name correctly? Purry?
Yes.
Okay, good. I don't like to mess with people's names. Okay, Mr. Purry, good morning. We're here for a couple things. Initial appearance looks like, well, first off, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. We're here for a couple things. A new charge out of Pima County Justice Court for possession of narcotic drug, possession of narcotic drug for sale, possession of drug paraphernalia. And then I see a warrant from May of 2024 in Pima County Superior Court for possession of narcotic drug for sale and possession of drug paraphernalia. And then I see something out of Pima County Consolidated Court for in April of 2024, shoplifting and criminal trespass. Those are misdemeanors, and also a failure to appear in June of 2024. And then I have some city court stuff. I got some warrants out of Tucson City Court for criminal trespass in the 3rd degree and shoplifting and drug paraphernalia. So that's what I'm dealing with today with you, Mr. Purry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set, also we have more out of Tucson City Court, criminal damage and disorderly conduct. Those are warrants. And again, those are misdemeanors. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set release conditions on all of these and let you know when the next hearings are on all of them. Let me go first to the newest one, Peter, Mr. Goodman. Let's see, I don't know if I have a recommendation from you, do I?
You do, Your Honor. I call the new
I got
drug
it.
arrest.
I got it.
We're requesting no bond.
So you're requesting that he be held without bond on this matter, correct?
Correct. He looks like he's on release for three separate felony cases.
Okay. As for that one, do you need to make a record, Ms. Rubin?
No, he's being held, he's being detained without bond on 3 cases where a warrant was issued, and plus the state's entitled to ask no bond here.
Okay, very well. So on the newest matter, and hold on, gang, I'm just need to, the way it's set up on the computer, I have 3 different entries I need to make for Mr. Puri. I gotta make sure I make the entry on the proper one. I think this is the right one. On the newest matter, I'm going to order that Mr. Puri be held without bond, given the other pending matters. He's out on a warrant status. I'm going to be order that he held without bond, and I will set a no bond hearing for October 17, 2024 at 2:30 PM in Division TO. All right, I approve that. On the warrant, and Mr. Goodman, are you also asking to be held without I know this is kind of a technical question, but on the warrant matter, are you asking that he be held without bond?
No, Judge, on that one, I know I technically could ask for it, but no, we're just asking for the warrant amount of $5,000 with an arraignment date.
Okay, Ms. Rubin, do you need to make a record on that?
No.
Okay, I will order on the warrant matters that he be held $5,000 cash to secured pretrial services supervision if he was released. No alcohol, illegal drugs, surrender any firearms, do not possess any monitoring and treatment as directed by pretrial services, appointing the public defender on that. The criminal arraignment on that matter shall go forward on October 18, 2024 at 1:30 PM in front of Division TO. I think I'm good there. All right, we're not done yet. Now I got to go to, I think we have some, the misdemeanor shoplifting and criminal trespass. On these, I am going to order that he be released on his promise to appear. The next hearing in this matter will be the arraignment on November 22, 2024 at 9:30 AM in front of Judge Roberts in Pima County Justice Court. Conditions shall be no contact with the alleged victims, do not return to the incident location. Hold on a second. No alcohol or illegal drugs, surrender any firearms that he has, and do not possess any firearms. Because I'm releasing him on that one, I'm not going to appoint him a lawyer. Okay, still not done. We got to deal with these city court matters. Get there. All right, city court matters. These, I believe, I don't think there's anything new. I think these are warrants. Yeah. Okay, city court matters. I'm going to order that the defendant be released on his promise to appear on these matters. That will be in Tucson City Court on November 19, 2024 at 9:30 AM in front of Judge Rio. Conditions shall include do not possess or consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Do we have any BB here? No. That's no firearms, surrender any that he has. No contact of any kind with the victim businesses or individuals, and do not return to the incident locations. Okay, I think that's it, Mr. Puri. So you're going to be held on no bond. You're going to get in front of Judge Metzger very quickly. She'll address the no bond. You got some other things you got to deal with. Okay, thank you, sir. You're excused.
Let's go. Get up.
Good morning. Thank you for your patience this morning. Are you, is it Riccobono or Richabono?
Bono, sir.
Hard C, Riccobono? Okay.
Yes, yeah, yes.
Okay. Good. Let me pull this up, Mr. Riccobono, and catch up with you.
It's a bit confusing because it's the whole thing was a misunderstanding because I was.
Hold on. And I'm not being rude. I'm not being a jerk. You have the right. Let me just say this. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. And let me talk for a while. And again, I'm not being a jerk. I'm not being condescending. Rarely is it helpful for people to talk at these things. So, all I'll give you a chance if you really think you need to, but I'll probably strongly
Okay.
encourage you not. So stand by, Mr. Rick.
Okay.
I'll be right with you.
Okay.
Rico Bono. Okay, hold on. Give me a sec. Okie dokie. Hold on one second.
Then it would go to all units, closing line for 2, closing line for 2, 21-838,
Okay.
21-838.
Yeah, this concerns, Mr. Riccobono, this concerns a warrant out of Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm gonna hear first from the state, see what they recommend, and then I'll see what the public defender who's representing you just for this matter recommends, and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Mr. Goodman, I don't see anything in here from you. What's your position?
We don't typically provide input on out-of-county warrants, but what I will notate from what I see in the report, Judge, is he's currently released on pretrial for a local matter. He was previously released on the Maricopa County matter and failed to contact Maricopa County and another warrant issued.
Okay, thank you. Miss Rubin.
That's actually the information I have as well. With respect to the Maricopa County case.
Nobody really told me to contact them. I just didn't know. My lawyer said that this matter would get resolved here first, and then I would go take care of it.
No, you have to take care of that.
Right.
I don't,
Okay, and I got a question again from the prosecutor. Mr. Goodman, I see there's the pending matter here. Pretrial conference scheduled next week, it looks like, and he was released on bond of pretrial, yeah?
That's
correct.
Yeah,
All right. Hold on one
I've been
second.
going to my court cases. I just,
Hold on, Mr. Riccobono. Hold on.
Sure.
Here's what I'm gonna do, Mr. Riccobono. You wanna have this warrant chasing you around for the rest of your life, that's not something I would recommend. However, I am gonna give you a chance to deal with it, all right?
Okay.
I'm gonna release you on your signature in order that you call Maricopa County Superior Court for the next court date, all right?
okay. Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna order that you have no alcohol, illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons. Looks like with your history, you can't anyway.
Right.
I'm not gonna burden our pretrial services with this. Given the nature of the claim, I think it's something that you just need to deal with. And question for the lawyers, Ellen, why don't I ask you first? I don't think I appoint counsel on this one unless you think.
No,
Yeah, Peter, you agree?
no. Just,
that would be right, Judge. You don't need to appoint
just-
anybody.
he just he has to contact Maricopa County and set up a hearing and
Okay,
appear in court there.
thank you.
And is there,
Thank you, Ellen.
is there a phone number that I call?
Sure there is, but it's gonna be up to you to do it.
Look it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Google it.
Oh, we're gonna give you, I guess we're gonna give you the number on the paper. All right,
Okay.
no excuses, Mr. Riccobono, just deal with it. All right,
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
hold on. I'm releasing
Thank
you
you.
on, hold on. I'm releasing you on your promise that you will contact Maricopa County Superior Court and deal with this. But I am saying no firearms or weapons and no alcohol or illegal drugs. Can you do all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, good luck. Thank you.
Your Honor,
you so
doesn't he
much.
also have a misdemeanor warrant? Is what I see on the pretrial report.
There's a misdemeanor warrant?
I'm seeing it on the pretrial services report. There's a Tucson City Court warrant.
You got something for me? Stand by. Oh, okay. Okay, we got it. Thank you, Peter. All right. Yeah. Good catch, Pete. All right, what I'm going to do, we're also here on a Tucson City matter. Looks like you failed to appear you released ROR and failed to appear for misdemeanors for criminal damage and disorderly conduct. What I'm going to do is I'm going to release you on your promise to appear at your next hearing in Tucson City Court you're going to get this in writing, on November 19, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. in front of Judge Lisa Cerrillo. You're to possess no firearms, surrender any that you have, no drugs or alcohol, no illegal drugs or alcohol, no contact with any alleged victim in that case, and do not return to the incident location. So you got a lot on your to-do list, Mr. Riccobono. You gonna do this or what?
Yes, sir. So the city court is different than the Superior Court. So are they in the same locations?
Oh, no. They're both in downtown Tucson. Superior Court is it's on Church and Stone, and Tucson City Court's on Alameda and I don't know, Alameda.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Don't mind.
That's it.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Rodriguez.
Do I get to talk to some paper?
Yeah.
Good morning. Are you David Rodriguez?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Rodriguez. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you when your next hearing is. I'm going to set release conditions after I hear from a representative from the prosecutor's office and then the public defender, the lady who's sitting right next to you. So let's see, Mr. Goodman from the prosecutor's office, you're recommending $10,000 with pretrial services supervision if released, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Your thoughts, Ms. Rubin?
Appears he's got no prior felony arrest or conviction history. He doesn't live with the alleged victim. He has his own place. He also has his niece who he could stay with. He would abide by any conditions that Your Honor imposed on him. Would ask for him to be released to supervision of pretrial services.
Do we have some? Yeah, we got some city court warrants for post adjudication stuff as well. Thanks. Okay. All right. Let me take a look at the city court stuff too here before I make a decision. All right. Yeah, we got some. That's is this for probation violation? Stand by, please. It's been adjudicated. Okay, but it's just failure to find the allegations. Okay. Yeah, looks like defendant has been having some trouble complying with his conditions of his city court convictions. Let me see what they're for. Yeah, they're threats, intimidation. Looks like he was uncooperative at the jail. I think some bond is going to be necessary to ensure that he cooperates and shows up at the next hearing. I'm going to post bond in the amount of $10,000 cash or secured. Should defendant post bond, pretrial services supervision, monitoring and treatment is directed by pretrial services. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, surrender any that he has, no contact with the alleged victim. Oh, shoot, sorry. Sorry about this, folks. Forgot to. Okay, sorry about that. No contact with the alleged victims. No, do not return to the incident location. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent him. The next hearing will be the preliminary hearing on October 22, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. Mr. Rodriguez, if that date changes, which it very likely will if you're in custody, that you'll be accommodated. with that change, you'll be transported to the necessary hearing. If you make bond or a release, you need to show up or a warrant will issue. You need to keep in touch with the public defender's office on that matter. Next is the failure to comply with court orders. What I'm going to do is order the defendant be released on his promise to appear at the next hearing. Not sure which box do I check on that. I'm releasing him on.
At the bottom, I can talk with the other, you see November 19th at the bottom?
Yeah.
You could, that's his outdate.
Okay, it'll be a review hearing on November 19, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. in front of Judge Lisa Cerrillo at Tucson City Court. If you're still in custody at that time, accommodations will be made for you to appear, I would think, by video. If not, you got to make sure you appear. Okay, thank you, sir. That's it.
I take your honor.
Yes, please. I think that's it, people.
Yes. Thank you. Have a good day.
Nope.